Okay, so it's been about 11 days since I left my job to work on my business full time. A lot has happened since then already, and I'm really excited about what I'm working on. But a lot of people, including my parents, were pretty surprised that I was leaving, and they were asking why. So in this video, I'm gonna explain everything to do with why I'm leaving and what the plan is going forward. But before we get started, I'm looking for some ambitious students who are willing to give feedback in return for free mentorship and education. I'm giving lessons on how you can elevate your mindset and your mental health, how to find your purpose, and also how to powerfully apply your mind to solve really hard problems so that you can make your biggest goals a reality. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, just let me know. If you are that ambitious student, if you're that ambitious person who has goals, but you want to accelerate your progress towards those goals, please hit the link in the description and apply so that you can get a slot. Let's get started. Okay, before leaving to work full-time on my own thing, I was working for a company called Lambda School in various roles such as web development teaching assistant, from there to web development instructor, to student engineering manager, to recently transitioning to data science instructor for a few months. That's before I left. Lambda is a school, an online school that teaches you how to code for free until you get a job using something called an income share agreement, an ISA. I love Lambda. Lambda's a fantastic company with an incredible, loving team. I love you all if you're watching this. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I really enjoyed my time at Lambda. And every day working at Lambda was a dream job because I could spend every day tangibly improving the lives of students, and I was rewarded very handsomely for it. I was well paid. So it was a really fun job, but this begs the question of, okay, why did you leave then? That doesn't make sense. You had the dream job, why are you leaving? For the past 3 years, I've really been just trying to figure out how I can build systems that empower the lives of most of the people that live and operate within those systems. I've had loads of separate ideas to try and make this a reality, but I really didn't have a single unifying theory. Recently though, when I was teaching at Lambda School and whilst I was doing data science, there was a night that I was struggling to sleep and I was drifting in and out of just awake and asleep. And it was just one of those nights where my brain is just in overdrive, my brain is on fire. And I could visually just see all the connecting parts of various ideas and designs that I had over the last 3 years, just being assembled into its small primitive version, and then building up slowly and gradually over time into its most complex form, like from start to finish. I could see it all. It was crazy just having that experience. It was like, I don't know if it was a dream, a vision, I don't know what you call it, but I was like half asleep, half awake, and everything made perfect sense. And the whole plan from start to finish was with astonishing clarity. It was mental. I woke up and I just thought to myself, okay, you have to work on this now. You have to. What's stopping you? Why not? What's the excuse? You have no excuse. It almost felt like I was interrogating myself, holding myself up against the wall, like, okay, what's your excuse? Go on. What's your excuse? Go on. You don't have an excuse. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. That's what happens to me sometimes, you know. Just one thing that I've learned to just not do is to never ignore my inner voice when it comes to making big decisions. Every time I listen to myself, unexpectedly amazing things just happen, and it's like things just tend to fall into place without any struggle. It's almost like, I can't explain it, but there's a book I've read that just describes that feeling of smoothness in your life when things just come together as synchronicity. Yeah, so after having that insight, having that idea in my mind, just visualizing everything from start to finish, I quickly just acted on it. I don't want to waste time, so I just told my company, hey, I'm looking to leave, and now I'm at the point where I'm fully in this full time and I'm working on this full time. I'm so grateful for the response when I told my colleagues. Usually a lot of UK companies and the UK culture in general is not necessarily supportive of people who are trying to start their own thing. It's usually just risk averse, like, oh, but that sounds hard, or, you know, oh, that sounds risky. But the support from all of my colleagues, because most of them are in the US, it was amazing. They were excited, they were congratulating me, like, oh, amazing. They were curious about what I was working on, and I was just explaining to them, and they were really supportive. So thank you so much for everyone at Lambda. I miss you. I'm missing you already. Okay, so here I am today after teaching at Lambda for over a year, and now I'm building my company full time. Okay, so here's my pitch for what I'm working on. The human mind is the most underutilized resource on the planet. Think of the many billions of people on Earth that haven't been able to express their creative potential purely due to where they were born in the world. Think of the potential scientists, artists, entrepreneurs, maybe philosophers who could solve some of our hardest problems. Yet they don't have the money, yet they don't have the right education, or yet they lack the infrastructure on which to build. This is the problem that I'm solving. I am building a global online school that will give billions of people around the world the mental toolkit to be able to independently express their creative potential. Billions of people around the world could manifest their biggest goals by thinking independently. What would the world look like? What innovations could be created to solve humanity's hardest problems? Step one for me is proving that my initial assumptions are correct. So yeah, a lesson for you. If you're starting a unique business, you have to assume that it might not work until you have proof that it can work. If you don't seek this proof, you can end up investing in a company with no customers, and that's just wasting time, energy, and lots of cash. For my school, my first few questions that I need to answer are, how do I know that my curriculum actually teaches students how to independently reach their biggest goals? Are there enough people on Earth who are willing to pay to have this problem solved? Do they even care enough about the problem? 3, can enough people even afford the price that I'm charging? So that is the order in which I'm going to be testing my assumptions. So if they can afford to pay for the products, pay for my school, then I have myself a sustainable business. So my day right now consists of mostly just working on the first small scale version of my school to answer these questions. And think of it like a small scale experiment that I'm running right now. I'm currently offering it for free, so sign up below. The link is in the description to apply, but it won't be free for much longer, so hit that. And yeah, lessons are gonna be starting later next month. So yeah, wish me luck. Thank you everyone for watching. If you got to the end to this part of the video, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll catch everyone later.